After a week of turbulence on global markets and growing fears of the world's largest economy slipping into recession, stocks on Wall Street have surged after the US president suddenly reversed his most crippling tariffs against dozens of countries. The Australian share market is also expected to trade higher today due to the backdown. Less than a day after they came into effect, Donald Trump has announced a 90-day pause on higher import taxes against most nations, but has zeroed in on China hiking levies against the manufacturing powerhouse to 125%. That's after Beijing fought back and introduced its own retaliatory charges against Washington. The rethink brings most countries in line with the 10% baseline duty, which already applies to Australia.
I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate, because I told them if you retaliate, we're going to double it. And that's what I did with China, because they did retaliate. So we'll see how it all works out. I think it's going to work out amazing. I think that our country is going to be at the end of a year or shorter, but I think we're going to have something that nobody would have dreamt possible.
The major US indices posted their best day in years following major losses after President Trump outlined his tariff strategy a week ago. Traders say investors now have some certainty, at least in the short term.
This is a massive, massive benefit for consumers, for investors. I think everybody's breathing a sigh of relief because it's been extremely chaotic for the last few days. Obviously, this leaves us with at least 90 days of slightly more stability than we've had, which is great.
Washington's pause does not affect the 25% levy on auto parts, steel and aluminium. Some imports from major US trading partners, Mexico and Canada, will also be subjected to a higher rate. US business owners say they're finding it hard to navigate the constant changes.
We're just trying to analyze it the best we can. We're trying to, make strategic moves as best we can based on the best information. But when it's changing this rapidly, it's just very hard to not feel a little bit of discomfort with what's going on.
Donald Trump says China will face the massive 125% tariff on imports entering the US because of what he calls a, quote, lack of respect the country has shown to the world's markets. Beijing has accused Washington of bullying and blackmail. The trade barrier means the Chinese manufacturer of artificial Christmas trees could be hit with cancellations from the US heading into the factory's busiest time of the year.
This is a trade war between two countries, but China has a very mature and well-established supply chain. We are still confident and believe we will ultimately win this trade war.
For now, Donald Trump's aides insist the 90-day pause on the higher tariffs will force leaders to the bargaining table.
This was his strategy all along, and that you might even say that he goaded China into a bad position. They responded. They have shown themselves to the world to be the bad actors, and we are willing to cooperate with our allies and with our trading partners who did not retaliate. It wasn't a hard message. Don't retaliate, things will turn out well.